Hello everybody, a very good morning to you and welcome back to another live stream here at Taurex and at Moss. Hope everyone's had a good weekend and is ready for another wave of news coming out. It's actually quite a big week. I was looking at it this morning and late last night. Big old week coming up. Interesting week as well. So we're going to talk obviously a little bit, or actually quite a lot, about all the things that are coming out this week and why it's important, what that could mean for markets. I'm also going to be live trading today because I'm looking at the charts right now. And if it wasn't for this stream, I'd be in a trade right now. So I want to get onto the charts as soon as possible because I want to actually show you a trade that trades that I'm lining up, which is really exciting as well. And even better than that, I've had the green light to give away 20k, 2 lots of 10k Atmos funded challenges, every single stream, every single time, for the foreseeable future, which is amazing. So I'm going to be giving away 2 of those accounts today, as always. And on top of that, I'll also be giving away 2 lots of 50% deposit bonuses into Taurex, which is the broker. So you've got 2 options really. You can go down the prop route or the broker route, depending on the prizes that you win. So we've got everything covered. As I've said before, guys, like if we can get these live streams up to, I don't know, 500 views or something. I know I'm only on for 40 minutes, but if we can get this up to 500, I can probably up the giveaways as well. So it'd be worth your while to share this out to any of your friends who are looking to trade as well. So anyway, very good to see you all. I will say hello to everybody in the chat. Apologise if I sound tired. I had a few beers yesterday for the football. So I'm feeling slightly hungover, but nothing too bad. Anyone following the football in the chat, let me know. Did your team win? Mine didn't. We drew. But it's the first weekend of the football season, so I know a lot of the guys on who came from the X giveaway. I know a lot of you replying to my gift that I sent, which is good stuff. Anyway, right, okay, let's just spend some time now just saying good morning to everybody who has decided to join us today, which is fantastic. We've got Smarty in the room. Hello to you, my sir. Hope you're doing well. Andrelic, hello to you. P-Juice, one of our giveaway winners last week, was it, or the week before? Let me know. How's your account going? Hope you've still got it, and I hope you're doing well and in profit. Sintesha, hello to you. Mrs. Sabash, we've got Diego Arivi. Fatai is in the room. Hello to you, Fatai. Good to see you. Mongolia, hello to you as well. Crick Miller Live, hello to you. Games Player, hello. Vorzun, we've got loads of people. We do only need to comment win once, guys, okay? Only need to comment win once. You don't need to comment it multiple times. It doesn't make a blind bit of difference for the giveaway. Brett, hello to you. Another one of our winners. Hope you're doing well, and hope you had a good weekend. We've got Andrew in the room as well. Pangach, good to see you. Hi Tran, Kaya, Sunny Patel, Forex Master, Vicky, good to see you as well. Not sure why there's someone called Taurex in the room. But there we go. Hello to you, Taurex, good to see you. Thariel, hello to you. Forex, good to see you as well. TGR FX, MDZ, Arlo Quest, Nikhil, hello to you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Top G, 1 to 19, Manus, we've got gold back in the room, XAU USD. Let me just read some of the comments now. Trying to scalp in USD Swiss franc, but the spread is very high. What broker is that with, Nikhil? Let me know what broker is that with, and I'll see if I can look into that for you. Who else have we got? The Cloud Kitchen, we've got Dayon, Top G. Kirkton's in the room as well. Good to see you, Kirkton. Daniel's in the room. Good morning, US 100. Manoj, good to see you as well. Thank you for the comment. Riz G. Loads of people. I'll be here all day. What else have we got? 1-0 to the Arsenal. Oh, God, got an Arsenal fan in the room. Come on, there must be a Chelsea fan somewhere on the chat. Are we all Arsenal fans in this room, are we? Diego, let's win the account or the 50% off, please. I will try my best. I don't have control over the... you only need to type win once, Manoj. You only need to type it once. It doesn't make a difference if you type it 20,000 times or once. All it will do is it will put you into this draw. I can literally show you now. It will put you into this draw. Okay, so you can see... Once you enter once, like everyone's only got one entry, okay? So commenting win loads of times makes no difference. The only thing that does make a difference, and I've said this before, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Taurex YouTube channel, then you get double the chance to win, okay? So that is worth doing. Still only need to comment it once, but it gives you double the chance to win on the live draw, because all I'll click here is choose a winner, and the username will come up, and then you need to give me the either the X handle or your Discord handle, and I can give you a message. Daniel says, I'm a Palmer fan. Cole Palmer fan. Got him in my fantasy football. Yeah, he was a bit disappointed on the weekend, actually, but good stuff. DA says, what's good short on NASDAQ 10 minutes ago? We can take a look at the NASDAQ as well. What's that mean with the crown on my name? That just means you are one of the top commenters of the stream. So if you're like the top 3 commenters, you get like a little crown. Daniel says we should do a Taurex fantasy league. That would be cool. We could, but it's too late now, isn't it? The season's already started. So yeah, we will do that at some point. Maybe next year if we can get. Yeah, we'll keep streaming all the way through till next year, and we'll do a fantasy football, shall we? But then again, there's probably people in the chat who don't even like football. So Rashid, hello to you as well. Good to see you. Anyway, right, okay. Where should we start? Can we start this time on the platform? Because I need to place a trade, like now, because there's a trade that I'm really lining up. Let me show you it on TradingView first of all. Oh, it's already moving though. I'm blaming everyone in the chat here. I'm blaming the stream time. This was my trade on the... Do you remember this last week? For those of you who have been on my streams before, remember last week we said about this, the pound versus the US dollar was potentially looking like a good short opportunity. And I actually moved my initial area to here. Oh, my initial entry. This was my trade. And then remember we cancelled it at break even, and this was my new trade. Now, you're probably asking, well, why aren't you in the trade? The reason I wasn't in the trade is because if you look at the DXY, you know, we've been banging on about how important this level is down here. Sorry for all the arrows. You know what? I'm going to get rid of them because I think we know what I mean now. Let's keep it nice and clean. And I actually drew something else as well. So this is basically and I'm not a massive trendline trader, I know I said that before, but this was basically the trend line, the downward channel that we had since the beginning of February. This is like the whole year of downside on the dollar. Can you see that? Really, really clear. Okay. However, if you look now, we've actually had quite a nice breakout above that trend line, retest, break of structure. And now what I was looking for is it to come and test this demand zone or this order block, which is like right here where my alert's set. Okay. And this was my area of support. So, as you can see, we got so close to that area, but we still haven't tagged it in yet, which is why I didn't place the GBP USD trade, to be honest with you. So, same sort of thing with the euro dollar. You can see that for me, the euro dollar still got a bit higher to go, up towards this fair value gap and demands and a supply zone here. So this would be my trade. Now I know a lot of you and a lot of people are bearish on the US dollar, and I understand. As I've just seen in the chat, rate cuts coming. Yeah, rate cuts coming. Yeah, I get that. Rate cuts coming. However, we've already priced in the rate cuts for the past 6 months. What do you think that downward pressure in the dollar was all about? A little bit of a credibility issue with obviously Trump and coming in with the tariffs and stuff like that, and people were taking flows out of the US. But tariffs are inflationary, right? So normally in a situation where we see tariffs, we'd expect the currency to rise. So why was it falling? And I think it was falling because the interest rate cuts that are coming, yes, I agree, they're coming. There's one coming in September. I think it's already been priced in. So I actually think there's a risk here that we're pricing in too many interest rate cuts for what Powell is like, you know. Sorry if I'm shouting down the mic here. For what Powell's like. So I actually think that potentially we could be seeing a dollar reversal. Now, I would admit, and I want to explain, that if this area doesn't hold, technically, then we will be going lower. and I'll say, okay, I was wrong, and I'll go on the other side. That's what trading's all about. Is never be scared of being wrong. Back yourself, make sure you're risk managed, and go from there. True analysis. Thank you very much, Hardo. I appreciate that. Producer agrees with me. He thinks that the reverse is here. Okay, I'll ask a question to the chat then. Right? I'll say, here's the US dollar. In 2 months' time, will the price of the US dollar be lower or higher than it is right now? What do you think in the chat? I'm interested to hear your opinion. Where do you think the dollar is going to be higher or lower than where it is right now in 2 months? Pangach says higher. Mongolia says higher. Probably because I've just explained it. Try and take my analysis away from it. What did you think before that? Pangach thinks we're going to see the DXY up to 99. I don't disagree with that at all. Higher, higher, lower. Tarun says that he thinks the US dollar is going to be higher. It should be higher, but with Trump, no one knows. Brett's neutral on it. Mongolia said it's going to be higher. So you can see maybe that I've swayed you in a way in my analysis, but I think there's credibility to it. Now, that leads me on to say, sorry, when I got sidetracked and said I wanted to place a trade on the pound, I think I don't want to place the trade on the pound because I think I'd rather wait for the US dollar to actually tap into my area. I think that's the sensible thing to do. So let's just wait this week and see if we get a tap into that area. Now, I would say if the dollar now breaks above probably this high, above like 98.4, then I'll probably have to get in at a worse price. But I'm willing to take that risk because I think the dollar could be coming down to test this area, taking out this liquidity, tapping into this area. Look at that. I've just spotted something, guys. Can you see that? I'm going to go now. I'm going to go now. I'm going short with a stop loss above this wick. Take profit, 8.5 to 1 risk reward, people. Now, I've got some really exciting news for you as well. When it comes to the mentorship in the academy that I've got coming out, you'll be glad to know that I've actually, thanks to my coder, a good friend of mine, I won't say his name because he won't want me saying his name on the stream. He lurks in the background if you're watching. We have built a Taurex risk manager, lot size calculator for Taurex clients only. So I can now say the stop loss on my trade is 46 pips. You can see that, it's red number at the top, 46 pips, right? And now when I go onto here, I load up the pound US dollar, I'm risking 1%, market order, 1%, stop loss in pips is 47, risk 1%, it's not going to work now. It's been in testing. I'm going to put my take profit, which is 394 pips, okay, 1%, sell, see that? Boom. And what's even better about it is you can see it's actually managed the risk for me. So when I click 1% here with 47 pip stop loss, it knows to place a 1.13 lot size trade. I know there are lot size calculators out there, but it saves me going over to the internet and doing it. I can actually do it on the platform. You like that? That is going to be given away for free in the course. I'm giving that away for free. So everyone can manage their risk and we can manage our risk together. Sorry, there's lots of comments coming through, which is fantastic. So let me just quickly go through. Neutral. Diego, it's 3 a.m. in my country. I'm waking up for the giveaway. What a legend. Thank you very much, Diego. Appreciate that. Where would you be if it's 3 a.m. in the morning? I'm intrigued. US. Must be from the US. Curtin believes... Curtin? It's coming. Curtin, you're going against me. You think the dollar's going to be lower? Nice. Crick's looking for GBP USD long side. Okay, yeah. I'm willing to take a 1% loss there from Mexico. Oh, okay. FOMO. It's not FOMO, Dan. It's a good risk-reward trade, and you can see that the dollar's already reacted from that 4-hour zone. If I'm wrong, I'll take the 1% loss, and we'll go from there. Mongolia says, I wish I had capital to trade with you live, sir. Well, you can build up some capital for sure. Maybe try out prop. If you don't have the capital to trade, try out a funded challenge with Atmos. I think we're doing a summer discount at the moment. Yeah, look, we're doing, if you use the code Sunset, we're doing an August promotion where you get 20% off of all of the 50k, 100k and 200k accounts. And you get 40% off 5k, 10k and 25k accounts. So you can go and do that if you wish. I may be able to have my own discount code for people that join the streams. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So that's the trade that I really wanted to place today. That the main thing I wanted to do. I'm going to talk through now some of the things that are coming up. Mr. Sebastian, you're doing an amazing job. Thank you very much. From the pound, following from the beginning. Easton says it's not intuitive enough. Build one that is similar to trade lockers. Check it out and you'll see there is better by a lot. Oh, nice one. I'll take a look at that. No problem. For me, I don't really care too much about it being fancy. It does the job. So, but I'll have a look at that and we'll make it better. We're in development with all these things. Gold analysis, US 30, dollars bearish. It's a good trade. Thank you very much. Okay, right. Let's now quickly go through, because people are asking for gold analysis, which is fine. Gold analysis. Nothing's changed, guys. Nothing's changed from last week. Nice bearish breakout this morning, to be fair. Nice liquidity sweep on this low. Traded in towards the imbalance. I would only have placed a buy trade if... Oh, you can't even see the chart. My bad. There you go. I only would have placed the trade if we saw 50% of the imbalance. Here. Oh, not there. So that would be my area, probably. The thing is, right, I do believe as well that gold could make a move up towards the supply zone at 3415. But we are stuck right in the middle of the range, guys. Like, this could go either way. If I'm right about the dollar, I'm just thinking here, if I'm correct about the dollar, if I'm correct, then that's going to drag gold down. And on top of that, we've got this. I'm sure you guys know about this. It's obviously big news at the moment, is the Russia, US, Ukraine peace talks that are going on. So we had Trump and Putin meeting in Alaska on Friday. And basically, in short term, both like sort of creating peace talk, like it's sort of moving in a positive way, I think. It's hard to say, but obviously Putin's come out and he said that he's willing to have peace in the war and an end to the war, but Ukraine have to give up or concede a certain territory. And I believe it's a certain territory which Russia has struggled to obtain during the war. So he wants that as a trade-off for the peace. I mean, I think this is a good thing that we're seeing these peace talks. Don't get me wrong, and I do think it will. I do think it will materialise into peace. I do genuinely believe that. However, don't underestimate how long these things can take. Right? I think both parties, Zelensky, Putin, are probably still way off in terms of what they want. Yeah. So there's a lot that's still, and I think even Trump said this in his speech after. There's still a lot to get through in terms of negotiations in order to see any peace deal. However, in terms of the gold price, which is what I was talking about a second ago, I don't think this is very bullish for gold, to be honest. And I think that might be why it's struggling a little bit, because the dollar's sort of basing out and we're starting to see less uncertainty in the world with stuff like this, where the potential war situation is calming down between Russia and Ukraine. In times of war, people flock to safe havens like gold, which is one of the reasons why gold has gone up so much. So if you couple a bit of a dollar bounce with Russia-Ukraine peace talks, it's a recipe potentially for some dollar downside. And I know people don't like to hear that, but it's true. Of course, it can go the other way. Fed starts cutting like crazy. The peace talks don't go nowhere, and we're back to what we have known for the past 8 months, which is gold upside. That's just my opinion. Oh, thank you very much, Easton. With it, all you have to do is put the dollar risk amount, drag your SA on TP, and it perfectly calculates your lot size. Oh, I might be able to code something similar. I'm trying to copy and paste the message, and I'm going to send it to my coder and say, look, sort it out. I'm actually sending it to him now, guys. I'm sending your message and I'm saying, look, make it better now. Anyway. No worries, Mongolia. It's going to be free. It's going to be free. But at the moment, people, I think gold could continue its upside up towards 3,420, and I think it will just ping pong in between these areas during this time. Summertime is a little bit quieter, there's a lot less volatility normally. We could see ping pong in between these two areas, basically 3,270, 3,420, and we're right in the middle of it. So don't trade it, just leave it. Mongolia, please, you only need to comment win once. I don't know how many times I have to say it. You only have to comment win once, guys, but I appreciate it. Once power is gone, the dollar will cut big time. And that leads me on to the next thing that I wanted to talk about today, which I think is very important, is, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but we've got the Jackson Hole this week, which could be massive. It could be massive. Why could it be massive? Well, the Jackson Hole is an annual event in August, right? It's in Wyoming. And it's a time where the Federal Reserve Chairman really outlines like the plans for the Fed and what they think of the current situation. And it's like one of the most scrutinized events that we see in the calendar year. Because often in history, it's been like a turning point thing. It's like a big announcement thing, you know? So that's just me explaining it in really simple terms. Let's just go back 2 years ago, quickly, when Jerome Powell used the Jackson Hole in Wyoming, the Synopsium, to basically promise that he's going to fight inflation when it was needed in 2022. Remember that time when the Fed turned really hawkish and they started increasing rates? It was the Jackson Hole where the Fed announced that, right? That's one thing. Go a year later, so last year, when we had the Jackson Hole, Jerome Powell basically came up and said like, we're going to cut rates. We're going to make sure the job market doesn't crash. We'll cut rates if we need to. Unemployment's on the rise, and it was quite a dovish, really. It was quite a dovish Jackson Hole. So now when we go to today, we've got interest rates up at 4.5%. We know they're going to cut rates, but how aggressive? What route is Powell going to go down? Basically, is he going to go down the 2020, the last year's route, right? Where basically he was talking about cuts and the jobs market, or is he going to go down 2022's route, where he still thinks inflation's too high? Now he's under a lot of pressure, and I think the reason why this Jackson Hole, which by the way begins on Thursday, day one is Thursday, day two is Friday. The reason I think it's really, really important and could be a massive market driver is because we have a lot of tension between Powell and Trump, right? So part of me, on one hand, thinks that Powell's going to be quite outspoken, and he might double down on his thought process about interest rate cuts. I think this Jackson Hole, to summarise, I think he's going to basically say the Fed's going to start cutting, and the markets might take that as dovish and dollar downside. However, I think what he might say is, like, don't expect too many cuts. Yeah, there's still a long way to go. So I think he might signal the cut cycle. However, I don't think it's going to be like really, really aggressive. So my concern maybe is we do see that dovish reaction initially, but then we see the reversal after. So we shall see. We shall see how it goes. Obviously, it's quite hard to predict off the bat, but you know, we shall see. And in the end, Pankaj has said, yeah, look, there's a chance of a 50 basis point rate cut, a 0.5% cut. So yeah, the fundamentals don't look good for the dollar, to be honest. But I still stand by the fact that I think a lot of it's been priced in already. But I would say if Powell does come out super dovish on Thursday and Friday, i.e. like signals that cuts are coming and coming quickly, then we will see more downside in the dollar, because I don't think that's been priced in. But I think he's going to have to be really dovish in order for there to be downside. I think there's more chance that he's not as dovish as people think, and actually we see some dollar upside. And the best way to know this, guys, I know this is quite heavy on the fundamentals, and I know I will be teaching all of this sort of thing in the course, but the best thing to look at really in terms of what markets are pricing in is these probabilities on the CME FedWatch tool, because that tells us the likelihood of what we're expecting in terms of interest rates in the US. So for the September the 17th meeting, we're 85% chance of a cut. That's pretty much baked into the price, but it's these next two, I think, which people are really going to be where the goalpost could really move, and that's what could cause these market moves. Because you see, we're like 50-50 whether we're going to see another cut in October. And then we're like a 30-40% chance that we're going to see another cut in December. So the markets are almost pricing in 3 interest rates, 75 basis points worth of cuts before the end of the year. Is that too much to expect? Maybe. Just reading some of the comments in the chat. Do I know about what coin? WLFI coin. Mohit, I have no idea what that is. Tell me, what is it? I did see someone ask for some Bitcoin analysis. What's my views on Bitcoin? Sonny Patel, what's my views on Bitcoin? And then we're going to look at the US stock market as well, which is taking a little bit of a hit today. Small retracements, but retracements nevertheless. What was it? Bitcoin. Oof, look at that rejection. Ouch. Is that a daily liquidity sweep as well? This is like classic reversal. What do I think for Bitcoin? Well, what I'm seeing technically, obviously, the structure is still bullish, right? Because we can see we're not really created a lower high yet. And you could ask, this could class as a break of structure, but I would say that we've got a potentially good support area coming in for Bitcoin. Do you know, I don't think I've ever placed a day trade on cryptocurrency, ever. I haven't really needed to, but I'm just not a big fan of it. People say it's really good to trade, and I don't doubt that. I'd probably look for something like that in Bitcoin, to be honest. So I would wait. I mean, you could sell on the lower time frames, but as I said, on the daily, you can see we are still in bullish territory. Nice liquidity sweep up there. This is just profit taking, I believe. Probably in the lead up to Jackson Hole is probably a bit of profit taking. People don't want to risk too much in something with a big event coming up like that. So I think we could see a move down to around 109, and I think that will probably be good support. Because I think if that breaks, we're probably going to see a move down to 103 and maybe test 100 again. So I like that area quite a lot, actually. Technically, it's quite a nice daily area on Bitcoin. No, I'm not a big meme coin guy, to be honest. Too risky for me. Way too risky for me. We'll be doing the giveaway soon, guys, just to let you know how it works. When you comment win on the live chat once, it's going to putting you all into a live draw, and I'm going to do it all in about 10 minutes time. So we're going to see who's the next lot of winners. What about the stock market? This is my trade on the pound US dollar, which is in a little bit of drawdown, but not too bad. What about the stock market then? S&P 500. I don't know if Have I still got that chart? Just trying to find something, chat. Give me 2 seconds. I've got a really good chart to show you. I've shown it so many times before. I don't have it anymore. I thought I had it. That's annoying. How's my trade going? Little bit of drawdown, nothing too bad. I can show you it live whilst I'm trying to find this thing for you. I gambled all my money on a meme coin once. Yeah, don't do that. That's not good. Poker MVP, hello to you. I'm a rookie beginner in trading. What's the perfect go-to strategy for you? Connor's in performance mode. Do you know what I always say to people who are beginners and they're like, what's the perfect strategy for me? Do you know what I would do? I wouldn't use a strategy at all. Right, hear me out. Here's what I would do. If I could go back and start again, I would basically go onto the live chart. I'd learn risk management and psychology and how to risk manage trades first. I'll go on the charts and I'll just use my eyes and say, is the market going up? Yes, buy it. Or is the market going down? Yes, sell it. But use that to practice my risk management, right? And once I know I've got my risk management and emotions in check when it comes to trading, right? That's when I would introduce strategies and I'd start to learn technical analysis and start to introduce some of the strategies. Now, Poker MVP, I do have a course coming out in less than a month's time. I've been recording it so much, and I teach you the risk management first, and then we go into the technical analysis. Moreover, I've actually got 4 strategies which have back tested. One I'll be giving away for free. The others I'm not giving away for free, but I'm not charging like thousands and thousands for it. They're the strategies that I use, and some of them are really, really simple to follow. Sometimes the simple strategies are the best. In fact, from the research that I've done, the simple strategies are the best, trust me. So I'll be giving away all those. I'll be giving away those strategies to my premium students at a small price, of course, like as part of the mentorship costing. And yeah, and I will also have EAs, robots, if you want to call them. That's what people call them, bots, who will trade these strategies for me without me being on the charts, and they will be available to students as well, which is exciting. And if you want to know more about that, you want to know updates on that, the best thing that you can do is either follow me on social media. I should have a QR code on the screen, but I don't. I'll sort that out. Follow me on social media for the updates and the announcements, but also join our Discord channels. They're free. Links in the description, I believe, to Atmos and Taurex, and I will always update like when that's going to be launched and stuff then. So that's the best way to do it. What's my views on the upcoming FOMC? The meeting minutes. I can't start. You want my honest opinion of the meeting minutes? I think they're a waste of time. I never, very, very rarely ever find anything that's new about things. Let's just think of it logically, right? You have a meeting about something at work or whatever, and then 4 weeks later, the notes of that meeting, well, you tell everyone about the meeting, Yeah, you have a meeting at work. You tell everyone about it, right? And then 4 weeks later, the people that you've told about that meeting, you go, oh yeah, they're the notes from that meeting, by the way. I don't care anymore. It's 4 weeks ago. I think what's it's probably a little bit harsh, but it's true. I think they're outdated, as in like, I don't think you find out anything new, and I just think it's a big trap for retail traders who think that the headline from FOMC meeting minutes is going to cause this crazy move. It's more likely that it's already been priced in before that. Okay, so what's more important this week is that we focus on Jackson Hole. Thank you very much, Mongolia. I appreciate that. Follow me on X. If anyone wants to follow me on like Instagram or anything, Connor Woods Trading is how you would do that. Or X is C Woods Trading. And I'm just reading the comments. Slow market today. Yeah, it's a Monday. It's a Monday and it's August, and we've got Jackson Hole this week, so I'm not surprised if it's a bit slow. Do you determine the news for the trade setup and time? No, I mean, I use obviously you can tell that I use fundamental analysis, yeah, but I don't let it put me off, because I think there always is an element of unpredictability when it comes to news. So I use it to build my case for the trade, like my case for the US dollar, but I'm also mindful of the fact that we could have Jackson Hole come out and Powell is like really, really dovish and the dollar falls and I lose my trade. So what? Another day the market news will go for me and it will accelerate my trade into more profit. That's just the way it is. Like sometimes it's with you, sometimes it's not. You can only give yourself, when it comes to fundamentals, an educated guess, unless you're someone who's like deep into like investment banking and you have all this like insider information and stuff, which I don't. I'm just an economist. I just read what I see. Don't stress out too much about it. People who get stressed out about news are people that are probably over leveraged or over risked in the first place, and they think that if the news spikes against them really aggressively, they're going to lose loads of money. I always say that, say for example, the news went against my pound dollar trade, right, and it spikes up to hit my stop loss. Well, I've only lost 1%. That's what I was willing to lose anyway. So yeah. Oh, sorry, I just realised I completely lost sidetrack of the of the stock market. Look, we're seeing a bit of downside, I think, in the stock market, but again, I think this is just profit taking from the all-time highs. You can see it on the US 30. You can see that profit taking there. We had the same sort of thing a few weeks ago. The Nasdaq again in sort of profit taking. This looks really bullish, the Nasdaq. But again, for me, I don't really like the idea of buying the stock market until we see a bit more of a pullback. US 30, like for example, like my ultimate areas would be like here. Okay, for the US 30 would be there. For the US 100, it would be there, like liquidity and demand zone. And for the S&P 500, you can see how all this price action is balanced. For the S&P 500, it'd probably be something like that. So what I will do is I'll set myself an alert near these levels, because this could be the next buy the dip opportunity for the stock market. And we'll see if we get close to any of those this week, and then I'll look to buy. Yeah, I use Fibonacci sometimes. No worries, Nikhil. All good. All good. The DAX, Kirkton, yeah, no problem. DAX is actually a little bit messy, to be fair. However, again, I'd still treat the current price action as bullish, to be honest with you. Which is like if you look at it from the daily perspective, you can see it's just like pausing at these all-time highs. So from what I see currently, it looks like a good good time where we're going to see potentially some downside. Fair value gap there. Okay, nice area that's coming up soon. But for those who are experienced with order blocks would know that this wick means there's probably a 1 hour zone. There we go. So it just comes with experience. I knew inside that wick there would be something better. So for me I like this level. I'm going to set myself an alert there as well, because I will probably look to buy that 1% at that level. What's happened on here? Oil's nearly at my fair value gap. Can you see that? So again, I'm going to set myself an alert there. I should probably name these alerts, but I know roughly what they're all about. So although I am in a trade on the pound dollar, it's not been the most active trading month for me, purely because the levels that I know are good for me are not there yet. However, we're getting close to quite a few, so we'll see. Sonny Batel marked the same area on the DAX. Amazing, good stuff. US 100 does look clean. I agree with that. Okay. Right then, should we do it? I don't think there's anything else out this week. Pound inflation actually is out. I should probably have noted that. On Wednesday, we've got the UK inflation rate. I'm expecting it to be a volatile week, actually, across the board. Pound dollar, I think, is going to be volatile this week with what's going on. For sure. Okay, right, let's go. Where's the giveaway? Here it is. So we've got 258 entries into the giveaways. As I said before, share this out to your friends. If we can get those views up to 500 or so, then maybe we look to do some more giveaways. Or maybe what I might do is I might do like a massive stream, like a 6-hour stream, and give away like 100k around a big event. If that would interest anyone, let me know in the chat. Maybe I can organise that like around an NFP or even Jackson Hole this week. Maybe I could be live for the whole event, like trading, scalping, answering questions, giveaways throughout the whole day. Maybe we could do something like that. But again, if we do get up the views up to say 400-500, then maybe I could do some more giveaways. But for today, we are giving away 20k on every single stream for Atmos and 50% deposit bonuses into Taurex. If you are a winner of the prize today, I need you to do one of two things. If you came from X, make sure you've followed the rules on the tweet. Give me your X handle, and I'll give you a message on X on how you can claim your prize. The easiest way to do it as well is if you drop your Discord username, then I can give you a message on Discord. You can either give me that username live now whilst the chat's going, or you can do it by the time my next stream is. That's how long you've got to claim your prize, so you can comment on the video. Anyway, amazing stuff. Look, 260 entries, we love that. We're now going to draw the winner, so good luck to those who are involved today. And our first winner of the 10k Atmos funded challenge is Crick Mila Live. Congratulations to you. You've just won a 10k two-phase funded challenge. Please drop your X, if you came from X, your X username, or on Discord, your Discord username into the chat now, and I will message you on how you can claim that prize. Congratulations to you. That's a good start to the week. Good start to the week for you. And our second winner of that prize is Percy's. Percy's, you've won our second 10k two-phase challenge with Atmos. Very well done to you. Amazing stuff. As I said, you know the rules. Drop your username on the chat and I will give you a message. Congratulations. The 50% deposit bonus winners, that's up to $250. So if you deposit $500 into Taurex today, you will get $250 as a bonus into your account, and the winner of that is Daniel. Well done, Daniel. Good stuff. Winner of the 50% deposit bonus. And the second winner of that is Daily with Shan. Daily with Shan. Congratulations to you. So, we have our 4 winners. 2 lots of 10k challenges go to Crick Mila Live and Percy's. Congratulations to you. And we also have Daily with Shan and Daniel as one. Both of you have won a 50% deposit bonus into Taurex, so massive congratulations. Please, guys, if you can, give me your usernames for Discord or for X, and I'll drop you a message. Maybe, look, I know people want to win and stuff and do giveaways. This is just a start. I'm going to be like having a mentorship scheme. I'm going to be having giveaways, discounts, promo codes. So we're going to be able to doing a lot more of this as we go forward. So congratulations to those winners. Congratulations to those winners. All right then. Good stuff. Okay, I'm going to go off now and do some more of the Academy recording. If you need me at any point, then I'll be in the Discord channel. Links in the description. Don't forget to hit that like button as well on the stream if you did enjoy it. I've got another stream with the same giveaways, the same detail, the same trade ideas. That's all coming out on Wednesday. I believe it's on Wednesday. I'll have to check. The stream schedule is in the Discord channel. So I'll see you all, hopefully, for the stream on Wednesday as well. And if you do need me in the meantime, then, yeah, reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to help. Until then, trade well, trade safe, and I'll see you all on Wednesday. Thank you very much.